Bahrain reaffirms unwavering support for the Palestinian cause. Taliban ban restaurant garden for families and women. Declare April 10 as the Republic Day of Bangladesh. Speakers. France-China sign several economic agreements. In Bangladesh, poverty declines to 18.7%, but inequality rises. UAE's Rashid rover to land on moon on 25th April. US President Joe Biden hails 25 years of peace, urges Northern Ireland parties to return to power sharing. Japan awards Mitsubishi Heavy Industries contracts worth $2.84 billion to develop new missile force. India, Japan and France announce common platform for Sri Lanka creditors. Bahrain affirmed that under the leadership of King Ahmad bin Isa Al Khalifa, always declares its firm position towards the Palestinian cause and renews its support for the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people, foremost of which is their right to establish their independent state. In accordance with the two-state solution, the principles of international law and the Arab Peace Initiative. The statement was made by Bahrain Speaker of Parliament. A Bahrain Speaker of Parliament, Ahmad bin Salman Al, recently participated in an emergency meeting of the Conference of Councils of the Member States of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to discuss the situation of Palestinian cause. The meeting was called in response to the blatant attack on Al-Aqsa Mosque, the attacks and violation against the Palestinians, and the Israeli police forces storming off Al-Aqsa Mosque and attacking worshippers. Al-Muslim condemned the Israeli police forces' actions, calling them a provocation to the feelings of millions of Muslims around the world and a violation of international law. He also reiterated Bahrain's firm position towards Palestinian cause. The Taliban have barred entry of families and women into restaurants with gardens or green spaces in Herat province, Afghanistan. The decision came after religious clerics complained of mixing genders in such places. Afghan officials say the curbs have been brought in place because of gender mixing or because women allegedly not wearing the hijab. So far, the ban is applicable to restaurants with green spaces in the Herat province only. This is yet another restriction on Afghani women since Taliban took power in August 2021. The Taliban have already shut girls out of schools beyond 6th grade and women from universities. Women have also been barred from most types of employment, including jobs at United Nations. They are also banned from public spaces such as parks and gyms. Entry of children into online gaming arcades has also been barred due to alleged unsuitable content. Speakers at a two-day seminar organized in Dhaka on Monday urged the government to declare April 10 as the Republic Day of Bangladesh. The two-day seminar titled The Proclamation of Independence, 10th April 1971 and the Birth of a Sovereign Nation was addressed by several eminent people. On 10th April 1971, a proclamation of independence was issued by the Provisional Government of Bangladesh from its headquarters in Kolkata after ratifying the Declaration of Independence given by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on March 26, just before his arrest by the Pakistan Army. Subsequently, the Provisional Government of Bangladesh took oath on April 17, 1971 at Mujibnagar with Sheikh Mujibur Rahman designated as President, Sayyid Nazrul Islam as Vice President and Tajuddin Ahmad as the Prime Minister. Barrister M. Amirul Islam, who drafted the Proclamation of Independence adopted on 10th April 1971, presented the keynote address, giving a detailed account of the process through which the Liberation War of Bangladesh progressed between March to December 1971. Barrister Amirul Islam highlighted the importance of Proclamation of Independence as a legal and political document that helped Bangladesh to gain recognition as a new nation from the world. The document later served as the foundation of the Constitution of Bangladesh. France and China have signed several economic agreements involving major companies in sectors such as transport, energy, agriculture, culture, and science during President Emmanuel Macron's trip to China. Macron arrived in China on Wednesday, together with European Commission President Ursula von der and over 50 French business leaders from a wide array of industries. One of the biggest deals that were signed with China will create a new assembly line in French aircraft manufacturer Airbus factory, so the company can double its production capability of A320 models. The new line is scheduled to be fully operational in 2025. At the same time, Macron and Chinese President Xi Jinping also agreed on cultural matters. The two countries also expressed their wish to facilitate obtaining visas for the mobility of students and teachers working in the scientific field. Meanwhile, von der declared that the trade relationship between the EU and China is increasingly imbalanced. The EU is becoming more vigilant about protecting its interests and dependencies to ensure a level playing field. On 12th April 2001, the Netherlands passed a bill permitting euthanasia, the mercy killing, the first such national law in the world. In 1961, April 12th, Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet citizen, carried out the first human space flight, creating a historic event paving way for space exploration for the benefit of all humanity. The Household Income and Expenditure Survey 2022 conducted by the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics shows that the poverty rate in Bangladesh has declined sharply from 24.3% in 2016 to 18.7% in 2022. The level of extreme poverty has also shown a marked decline from 12.9% to 5.6% during the same period. The poverty rate in rural areas was 20.7%, whereas in urban areas it was recorded to be 14.7%. Speaking at a function in Dhaka while revealing the findings of survey, State Minister for Planning Dr. Shamsul Alam said that the decline in poverty rate was a significant achievement in the view of COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. However, the survey showed a mild increase in inequality in the country reflected in the increased Gini coefficient which measures income distribution across the population. Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center UAE announced that the Rashid rover on board the Hakuto R Mission 1 lunar lander is scheduled to land on moon on 25th April 2023 at 8:40 p.m. The landing date is subject to change depending on operational conditions. Rashid rover is currently orbiting the moon at an altitude of about 100 km at the perigee and about 2300 km at the apollune. The points in the orbit that is closest to the center of the moon are called perigee and the farthest is known as apollune. Around 7:40 p.m. on 25th April, the lander carrying Rashid rover will perform multiple orbital control maneuvers to reach a 100-kilometer circular orbit around the moon before initiating the landing sequence. During the landing sequence, the lander will perform a braking burn, firing its main propulsion system to decelerate from orbit. Utilizing a series of preset commands, the lander will adjust its altitude and reduce velocity to make a soft landing on the confirmed site of Atlas crater. The Emirates Lunar Mission team will complete close to a total 370 minutes of communication with the world's most compact rover before landing, along with 12 mission rehearsals for surface operations. The mission rehearsal is crucial for the engineering team to be prepared and ready with their programs for execution post the lunar landing, and also enable the different teams on the subsystems to sync their operational work. In a speech hailing 25 years of peace, US President Joe Biden on Wednesday said that he hopes Northern Ireland parties will return to power sharing soon. Addressing a small audience in Belfast, he said, "Protecting peace in Northern Ireland is something that brings America together." Earlier, Biden held brief talks with UK PM Rishi Sunak before meeting Northern Ireland political leaders. There is a huge police presence in Belfast as US President begins a 4-day visit to Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Biden's visit marks the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement, a peace deal that helped end 30 years of violent conflict in Northern Ireland. Good Friday Agreement, signed on 10th of April 1998, largely ended 3 decades of sectarian bloodshed that had convulsed Northern Ireland since the late 1960s. Island of Ireland comprises the Republic of Ireland, which is a sovereign country, and Northern Ireland, which is the part of United Kingdom. Leonardo di Ser Piero da Vinci, born on 15th April 1452. He was an Italian polymath of high Renaissance who was active as a painter, draftsman, engineer, scientist, sculptor, and architect. While his fame initially rested on his achievements as a painter, he also became known for his notebooks, in which he made drawings and notes on a variety of subjects, including anatomy, astronomy, botany, cartography, painting, etc. Leonardo is widely regarded to have been a genius who epitomized the Renaissance humanist ideal, and his collective works comprise a contribution to later generations of artists, matched by that of his younger contemporary Michelangelo. In the wake of growing threat from China, Japan has awarded its largest defense equipment maker, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, contracts worth $2.84 billion to develop and build a new missile force. The Land, Sea, and Air Launched Missile Force is aimed at deterring China from using military force in the region. Japan's defense ministry said in a statement that it plans to deploy these missiles, including a hypersonic ballistic warhead, from 2026. The new missile force will be capable of striking targets over a distance of 1,000 kilometers. Japan, India, and France have announced a common platform for talks among bilateral creditors to coordinate restructuring of Sri Lanka's debt. The move is expected to serve as a model for solving the debt woes of middle income economies. Japanese finance minister told a briefing that to be able to launch this negotiation process with such a broad based group of creditors is a historical outcome. French Director General of Treasury told the briefing that the group is ready to hold the first round of talks as soon as possible. The island nation of 22 million people last month secured a $2.9 billion program from the International Monetary Fund to tackle its huge debt burden. But the middle income economy could not apply for the relief under G20's common framework for debt treatments, which targets only low income countries. This has put the onus on major economies to come up with an alternative scheme, leading to the creation of the new platform.